Alrighty, I noticed something in the past couple of weeks. I've been keeping an eye on this, and I'm very curious to how the rest, if any of the rest of you will begin to notice what I'm noticing. There's a pattern with the moon in the events in my life. It seems that I have really bad fortune as the moon moves into the first decan of a house. Houses are divided into 3 decans at 10 degrees each, coming in the middle and going out. When I found the money on the ground, I was in the 3rd decan of Aries. When I found the diamond, I was in the 3rd decan of Taurus. Fire, air, I'm at earth and now air. In the 3rd decan, I mean conjunct Pollux, 3rd decan of the moon. I just, in the past 20 minutes, was able to link my PayPal and NetSpend. I've been having a hard time with it, and I know it's because Mercury is combust of the sun. Mercury is trade and commerce, transfer of funds, and it has been a nightmare. I shit you not. I've had several people try to help me to no avail. Finally, when the moon moved into this 3rd decan today, it just clicked. It all happened so nice and sweetly, all within a matter of minutes. I have been fighting this for a week, but in the 3rd decan of this air sign, it came through for me. The moon is fixing to move into water, its own house of Cancer, and it's in a declining stage. It's only at 46% and waning, and it's going to return to that eclipse point it was at earlier this year. It'll do that several times. Big effect. A lot going on with you fire people, but all this going on in mutable earth is affecting us earth signs: Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. We are catching hell. I can't wait for Jupiter to move into Libra. That's a great position for me for Jupiter. It's not been good while it's in Libra. I'm in Virgo. Mercury combust has drove me mad. Venus debilitated here. There's just no love, people. There's just no love. And Mars dead on her heels, coming up in Mercury's house. Now Venus rules Libra over here, and she's going to be meeting Jupiter over here, which is good. But to me, I have been trying to keep track of these events that are occurring to me. I can write the date and the time down when they happen, and I can use Stellarium and go back and look. And the only thing they have in common is I have really bad luck in the 1st decan. Absolutely nothing, not good or bad, just average in the middle decan. But when I hit my moon, when the moon hits the 3rd decan of a house, whether it's air, earth, or fire, has been a blessing to me. Are any of you noticing this? Is it possible that I can get a few of you that have the time to write down the events in your life, the time and the date? Is it a good, you don't even have to write what it is. A good thing happened at this time. A bad thing happened at this time, and then you don't have to write anything down for any things don't happen. And go back and look at the phase of the moon and which decan of a house it's in. Because I'm really stunned here that I'm beginning to notice this pattern. Lunar astrology is the original astrology. You could not see the stars in the sky with the sun. We are only able to do that today with technology. 100 years ago, you had to be able to do calculus and have an astrolabe to do that. And then it was still iffy. Where today we can use programs like Stellarium or Google Sky and zoom right in on where the stars and the planets actually are. not some 1700-year-old zodiac chart. But we know what time it really is. And you Virgos are just really catching it. I know you feel lost. Mars is up in your first house. Your intent and your actions are focused on yourself. But the hearts seem to be turned off, right? That Venus, commerce, trade, travel, communication. Mercury deals with intellect. And all of this just break down up in this house. And this is Mercury's house. He should be happy here, right? But not with combust of the sun. And he was combust within 10 degrees coming in, and he hasn't made it that 10 degrees yet. So, and yeah, the Venus-Mars conjunction, both of them now in Virgo, and now she's debilitated. So, a lot of aggression ramped up. That masculine, feminine energy, all up in Mercury's house, the house of commerce, trade, travel, and intellect, logic. Saturn still trying to get the hell out of Scorpio Ophiuchus. It's making a run for Capricorn, its house, and I can't wait for it to get there. I am facing a Saturn return in 2020. I have Saturn and Mars in my first house. Saturn, Mars, and the Sun. So I can be a bit of a tough cookie when I want to, and I don't give up the fight. That Mars moved in just into mutable Earth just triggered my cardinal Earth, because Mars is exalted in Capricorn in cardinal Earth. So I got that extra bump of energy. I've not stopped. I have stayed up for days fighting PayPal to resolve this problem, and they meant they were not going to do it. To where finally I just got told outright no. They refused to transfer my funds to my NetSpend account. Now they don't have a choice. I forced the situation. I didn't give up, and when Mars finally moved into Virgo, I got Google to give me the right web page, and NetSpend answered all the problems. And that happened as the moon moved into the third decan of Gemini, and fixing to move in its own house. So, and it takes 2 to 3 days for these funds to move. So I'm hoping by the time the moon hits the third decan of Cancer that my funds will finally be in my account. I've got it linked, but they have a little procedure they go through of putting money in, taking it out for a couple of days to confirm the account, and then they'll transfer the whole amount. So I couldn't be more pleased about that, but this will help me a lot in determining with my patience and when I should actually do things and getting things done. Or good fortune for me seems to be the moon in the third decan of any house. I have experienced it in fire, earth, and now air. I found the money flying in the wind, I found the diamond on the ground, and then I got my NetSpend account and transfer in motion. So when it hits here, I expect it in 2 days. I expect that transaction to be completed. And then I'm going to follow it around again into these third houses. I'm curious, which decan do you find good fortune, bad fortune, or just nothing? It's just average day. And I do believe I am stumbling upon a pattern. And if this pattern pans out, it's going to change my life, because I'm going to see clearly when I need to take action, and when things are going to happen for me in good fortune or bad fortune. And that would be in the decans of the houses of the moon. All right, I'm really asking a lot of you, as many of you can, do this, because this information is not just important to me. It's going to be important to you. I'm sharing what I'm learning with everyone freely. Commit that random act of kindness every single day. It will change this ugly world and make it beautiful and blossom. Do it every opportunity you get, and you will never regret it. You are banking karma that when you really need it, is going to be there to pay off for you. And I am a living witness of that.